What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. It is the the 6th day of December, and here we are sitting at about $0.0048 right now, with 10 hours and 14 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. So, it seems our suspicions are slowly but surely becoming realized that we are going lower. It's completely possible, completely valid of a thought that we could go below this low. We are in double bottom territory here. We are in double bottom territory, and there's not a whole lot of volume yet. But it is more than possible to go lower, and if we do go lower, I would very much anticipate that we find support somewhere between here, where we are now, I guess, something just below that low, and 0037 at the lowest. I doubt we would go below that. In fact, actually, maybe we go a little bit lower. Yes, okay, a little bit lower is 0034 at the lowest, the golden ratio here, but I doubt we go below there. We're actually set up in a very nice way on the daily time frame here, where the RSI has this low, this higher low, and as long as we don't tank through the floor, as long as, we could even wick all the way down here, but close, as long as we're closing high enough where the RSI doesn't go below this low, we're actually set up for some very nice bullish divergence here. And I want to actually connect the dots here. We're right there. I mean, we're right there on that line. Now, just so it's clear, we do not need to hold this line for the bullish divergence to remain intact. We can come all the way down here, and that bullish divergence is still intact. But I do like a nice straight line. I do think it looks better, right? It's like here, you've got this kind of straight line coming down. Now, I say straight. Was it perfect? No, but more or less, yes. It's pretty damn clean. Same thing with the upside here. There's a pretty straight line coming down. I would like it if we found support either here today, or if we do go lower, just a little bit lower. Something that would graze this line, or maybe even graze the oversold zone itself. Finding support there. You guys, we're seeing a shift in momentum here on the RSI, at least being implied on the charts, because we have lower lows on the candle closes, lower lows in the price. The volume we're getting here is absent. It's a non-factor. It's totally gone. Totally gone. Okay. I don't care what your thoughts are on OnyxCoin as a project or not, right? If you think it's a scam, if you think there's nothing going for it, you probably haven't done enough research into the project, for one. But for two, if you just think that it's never going to come back, we're never going to see new highs, whatever, I don't care what your thoughts are. At least accept the fact that there is a 100% or more, likely or more, move coming in. We're probably going to see a 150% move or more to the upside, right? And we're getting this extreme bullish divergence building here at the lows that's suggesting that we're going to get a massive pop. We've got bullish divergence on the stochastics as well. And then on the MACD, I mean, I don't know. Low, higher low. We're in the green with a lower low. Is that a higher low there? I don't know. I don't know if there's bullish divergence on the MACD or not, but definitely bullish divergence on the stochastics and the RSI. Of course, we come back here, and this is something we talk about. Well, we've talked about basically every single day now for at least the past week, but we've talked about it over the past several weeks now, that we have this very beautiful bullish divergence building on the MACD, actually with how low that we've gone this week on XCN versus BTC. We've actually gotten another drive of bearish momentum building, right? Bearish momentum is building when it's deep red. Whenever it's light red, it's dying off, building, dying off, building, dying off, building. So we're getting some more bullish divergence here. The objective, of course, would be that we don't let this momentum build past this point here. If we do that, well, we get rid of months of work, essentially. And sometimes I've seen it where we do get rid of it, and then as soon as you get rid of it, then you move up. But we'd like to avoid that. I like this look here. Let's keep that look. It's okay if this week closes here. In fact, it just gives us more bullish divergence to go off of. But it would be nice if it didn't drop too much lower. We are at prior areas of resistance on the Bitcoin chart. We are with bullish divergence on the RSI and the MACD. And from a low to a high, we have support here at this golden ratio zone as well. I think with this move down that we've seen this week, yes, we've gotten rid of our bullish divergence on the stochastics, so that much is gone, unfortunately. But we still do have bullish divergence on the MACD, which I think is more substantial on the weekly time frame. And we do have bullish divergence on the weekly RSI still as well, which should take us up a little bit. The expectation here is that whenever we find support, wherever that might be, it might be here, it might be a little bit lower, we should see a move that takes us more or less all the way up to our 382 area here. That's about 140% from the current levels. So I would think on the US dollar pair, we see something that's greater than 140% of a pump, which from here, well, let's say it's like 160%. I mean, that would take us up to about 1.25 cents, right? Pretty decent move right there. And that's coded in here, that's programmed in here with this bullish divergence, with this massive downtrend that we've seen and the bullish momentum building against it. We're going to see a nice pop. It's not going to be this slow, gradual move to the upside like it was to the downside. It's going to be a pop just like it was back here in April. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, zooming in here, looking at the US dollar pair. The RSI, to me, is bearish. There are some good things going on right here. I mean, we're breaking above the 50. You're kind of breaking this downtrend as well, this lower high downtrend, so that's kind of nice as well. But overall, very bearish on the 1 hour RSI. The stochastics are bullish, implying that we grow from here. But again, do we grow? Is that what's really going to happen? Look, we grew here on the stochastics, but did we really? I mean, like we kind of just moved sideways and then down. Here we're moving sideways. The stochastics are moving up. I'm not really too bullish on that. MACD, yeah, the MACD is bearish as well. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we went lower. 4 hour time frame here. RSI is beat up, but we do have a bit of a double bottom. Okay, maybe a little bit of a move up first. Will we find resistance in this kind of lower high trajectory here? Probably. Right there at the 40. It makes sense that we'd find support or resistance right there. Yeah, 40 or 50. Stochastics look like they want to come up, and the MACD is sad. Kind of curious. I would still think, I would think what I'm seeing here means that maybe we move up a little bit. Maybe we do get back above 0.005. Hell, maybe we even go all the way up to 0.055. But I would still think that we go lower. I'm personally calling for lower lows. I hope I'm wrong. I would love it if I was calling for lower lows at the low and we just ripped 100% tomorrow. That'd be great. That'd be the best way to be wrong ever. Daily RSI, we do have bullish divergence, double bullish divergence at the moment, to be completely fair. Stochastics, we do have bullish divergence there as well. And the MACD, again, I don't know if this is bullish divergence or not, but it's definitely building some positive momentum. I really wouldn't be surprised if we went a little bit lower. And with that in mind, let's just take a relative fib here from a low to a high. The expectation here is that we'd go somewhere between 0.041 and 0.036. That's more than acceptable. That's definitely within our target range we've already identified. So something here is what makes the most sense to me. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong by closing above 0.0. I mean, really, if you get above here, you get above 0.0057 on a daily close, I'll admit defeat. Then I'm wrong. Then we're likely going to see a move that takes us above 1 cent, probably up somewhere here where we were back in September. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We've got much higher prospects than just 1 cent in mind for OnyxCoin. We're definitely expecting new highs, new relevant highs, potentially even new all-time highs with this next move. I do believe we'll see a move that is very similar to what we saw here. I just don't think that it'll take 2 weeks like it did here. Maybe there's parts of it that'll move faster, but I wouldn't be surprised if this took months, multiple months, if not at least like a month and a half to accomplish once it does begin. We have yet to commence this move, but once it commences, I would assume that we see a move that is very similar to this in overall size, and it should carry us on. I mean, at this point, if we started this move next week, we should be finished with it either by the end of January or by the end of February at the latest would be my guess. And that move should take us anywhere from, is it 10 cents? Is that the minimum target? If this is the low, it'd be about 9.4 cents to 21 cents. If we go lower, let's say we go all the way down to about 0.0033, we go all the way down there, way down here. 0.0033 would be a big drop from here. That'd put us at a 10 cent to 26 cent price target instead of a 9.4 to 21 cent price target. So the targets only go up as we go lower. I know that seems odd, or that seems convenient, right? But that's just how it is. And it's different. It's different. Like if you're looking at a small fib range, like a little tiny fib range, you might consider the deeper targets But then if the fib range, if it's not small, if it's bigger, you might consider your primary targets, which are your 1272 and the 1618. But if it's a big enough move versus a small enough move, it's basically the same target area anyways. Does that make sense? So I'm just saying here, this area is what we're expecting. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyways, I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. A little closing thoughts again, though, real quick, actually. If we get a day to close above this point here, these daily high closes here, if we can close above about 0.005, let's see, 0.0565. If we can close above there, that would look really, really good for the XCN price. We're closing above this point of support. We're closing above these closing high resistance points here, and we'd be looking like we're forming a double bottom with a W here. That could really get us set up for this move that takes us back above 1 cent. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Thank you all for being here. Bye.